everyone, welcome to Sweet Tomato Vine Homestead. I'm Linda. Today I'm in the garden and it is feeling wonderful out here. It is very cloudy. It looks like it's going to rain at any moment, but I am out here to harvest some herbs for my fire cider. But y'all, it looks so nice out here because it has been raining for a couple of days, and so I'm going to show you all what the garden is looking like. So we're just going to walk through first. We're going to walk through the garden and then we're going to harvest some herbs for the fire cider. Okay, so I'm going to start right here. Look how beautiful everything is looking this morning. Everything is moist, has had a nice water on it, so I don't have to water anything today. Flowers are all blooming beautifully. Brassicas are looking very saturated. Everybody has had a nice drink. Kale and celery looking really good in these beds. Got some nice heads beginning to form on my cabbages. And I put some fish emulsion on everything before it started to rain, so everything is looking extra nice. The lettuces have grown a little bit more than they had the last time that we looked at them. Even got a nice romaine over there that's about ready to be harvested. This broccoli plant is putting out some nice new shoots. This is one of my small barrels that had the turnip greens in there. As you can see in there, we got some turnips that are forming in this bed. Swiss chard in this bed is looking beautiful. This is one cabbage in this bed. It's one of these whiskey barrels and it's taking over this little barrel. Okay, this is what our radishes is looking like right now. Spinach are putting on some new leaves. And this lacinato kale is looking beautiful. And this bed right here speaks for itself. You can see the garlic over there in the background. Even these red mustard greens are starting to do their thing. Y'all, this is the camellia. It's looking very beautiful this morning. This is the bed that I recently planted some Swiss chard in, and I believe that this is some of the mustard greens that is, I don't know, I think that might be some garlic from last season that's popping back up, because I didn't put any garlic in this bed, but garlic was in this bed last season, so that looks like garlic. And here are the collard greens that I transplanted. They're looking really healthy. Got a red cabbage that's about to make a head. Well, it is making a head. And this curly kale is looking beautiful. A tree collard and some romaine lettuce in here with a cabbage and a red cabbage. And then I got some carrots germinating right here in the center. How much a difference a few days made after getting that fish emulsion on this red Reuben Brussels sprout. Okay, this bed might be covered up, but you still can see how everything is growing underneath these covers. Y'all, I am finally getting some germination on these onions. It is very small. You can barely see it. You about need a microscope to see it, but it's there. I have some germination on these onions, finally. And I have ordered some more onions from Dixondale Farms, and they are some starts. So I am about to start another raised bed for onions because I ran out of onions way too soon this year. So I need to have more onions so that we can have our own onions and not be running to stores for an onion. So I am planting more onions. And this is the bed that I harvested the kohlrabi from a few days ago. And you all, it was delicious. I stir-fried the kohlrabi with the leaves, and it was awesome. I did not do that last year. I tried to wait until the kohlrabi was huge, and it was so woody, it was horrible, and I did not like it. But they need to be harvested, in my opinion, while they are smaller. Now, the one I got the other day was a little larger than this, but it was delicious. It was delicious, and its leaves were delicious. And I stir-fried them and served them over some noodles. Awesome. There were onions, garlic involved, also olive oil and seasonings. So we'll be planting more kohlrabi. I have a lot planted out here already, but I will be planting some more kohlrabi. That's something I would love to keep in the garden because it was delicious. Okay, now for what I came out here for, I am going to harvest some herbs to make some fire cider, and I'm going to start with some of this marshmallow. I'm just going to get some of this because marshmallow is good for your respiratory system. We want to make sure that we get some of this into our fire cider. I got to get my bowl because I just lost some of my marshmallow. And the wind is really picking up. So I better hurry and get it. So I don't even have time to go over there and get my bowl because it's looking like it's fixing to do something out here. I'm going to go ahead and get it. Okay, so we're going to have to grab this quick because it's about to do something out here again. So I'm going to get some sage. As I told you all, my mom and my grandmother used to give us sage for colds when we were children, but they were using the wild sage, the yellow one out. There's some beautiful marshmallow down in here. I don't want to grab none of this cilantro. I don't want to put cilantro in there. All of these herbs have some very good medicinal benefits. That's all. Okay, I'm going to get some of this rosemary. I don't want to put my whole plant trying to come up. I don't have much rosemary in this bed, so I'm going to go to the other bed. Okay, I'm going to get some rosemary out of this bed. Rosemary. Okay, I'm gonna break off a piece of this bark off this moringa if I can, because it is not dead. It is still very much alive. So I am going to put some of this moringa bark in my fire cider. Also gonna grab up some of this mint. Try not to get any soil, because I'm gonna have to wash it, but I don't want any extra soil in my mint. So now I got a handful of mint. Y'all, here's the last leek that I planted the other day. This is what it is looking like already. And that is the other one right there. It's looking almost as big as the one that's right here. You can see how much healthier my beet is looking now that I moved that leek. I'm gonna grab some of this mint out of this bed also. And I'm gonna also go to this other bed and get some peppermint. But I am about to have to take these in the house because the temperature out here is dropping as we speak. When I first came out, it was feeling so good. Now it's beginning to get really cold out here. So I'm gonna take these in. These are my bell peppers. One baby one that fell off over there on the ground. Okay, so here is the peppermint. So I'm just gonna grab some of that. Okay, y'all, is there anything else I need for this cider that's outside? All right, well, I think that's it. Go inside, and I'm going to put this up, and then I'm going to come back and get these bell peppers. Oh, I could get some of this other onion over here. I guess I won't. Okay, y'all, I'm back in the house, and I am about to make my first batch of fire cider. This is the first time I've ever made fire cider, and what fire cider is, it is a home remedy. It is something that you can use to try and prevent yourself from getting sick. So, I am not a medical doctor or anything like that. So do not take this as something to cure you for anything that you have, but it is a preventive measure. It's a home remedy. And I am going to use this jar, and I'm going to be adding some ingredients. And you can put what you want to put in your fire cider. You can look online. You can find different recipes. You can look and see what you have and things that are good to boost your immune system. One thing that I'm going to be using is my homemade apple cider vinegar. And I have a video already where I made my cider vinegar. You can purchase some from the store, but I have some over here. I don't know if I'm going to use it, but I bought some because I didn't think I was going to have enough for mine. But I would prefer using my own because I like the way the mother looks when I make it. And I have a video about making it. It's very easy to make. The only thing you need are some apples, some distilled water. If you are on a city water and you have chlorine in the water, you would want to use some distilled water, half a cup of sugar, to feed your good bacteria, and you can make apple cider vinegar. It takes a while. You have to be patient. It takes some months to make it, but you eventually have your apple cider vinegar. And once you make it, you'll want to continue to make it. So it is time for me to make another batch because this is all that I have left. But I love the way the mother looks at this. And this is something you might think, well, what is that at the bottom? This is the good stuff. This is the stuff that you need. And I have purchased some from the store, and it's got that hard sediment at the bottom. And I don't know what that's all about, but I like it when it looks like this. I'm not sure about using some that has that hard sediment at the bottom. I'm not sure about what is going on in the bottom of this one, but it has some little hard stuff in the bottom. But it could be okay, but I'm just not sure about it. And I also have some citrus. I'm going to be using some oranges in here. I've washed all of my stuff that I have. I have some onion I'm going to be using. And I have some garlic cloves I'm going to be using. And some turmeric that I grew in my garden. I also have some ginger. I already washed and kind of peeled. But it don't really matter about you peeling this because after this sits for 4 to 6 weeks, you're going to be straining it. But you want to wash everything because you don't want any soil or any bad bacteria in your fire cider. Have a lime, some lemons, some that came out of the garden, and this one I got from the store. These came out of my garden. These are delicious though, y'all. They are sweet. And I have some jalapeno peppers. I picked these up at the store because I wanted some fresh ones. All the peppers I have besides those bell peppers are frozen. you probably could use those, but I wasn't sure, so I did not want to use it. And I have some horseradish. I have some horseradish that I purchased online. And I'm going to be using some in my fire cider, but then I'm going to be planting some so that I can have it from here on out. And I have some herbs that I just harvested with you all. And I have some towels that I washed them. And so now I just want to kind of pat them dry because I don't want to put any extra liquids in there. So I'm going to lower the camera so you all can see what I am doing. And I am going to start to get everything ready to go in my jar. So first of all, as I said, I want to get my herbs all dry. I have some rosemary, some mint. I have different mints. I have spearmint, some peppermint, and I also bought some moringa bark out of the garden that I'm going to be adding. And I hope that my camera is doing right and that it's not going to be crooked or anything. I'm going to leave it like it is because I'm scared I'm going to mess it up even more. But hopefully you all can see really good what I am doing. And then you just want to start putting your stuff in your jars. And as I said, I washed my ingredients already. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to take this off of my onion. And I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to cut that little part off of my onion. And I'm just going to cut my onion up. And you could put this in here. You could go ahead and you could grate it. You could put it in your food processor. However you want to do it. I'm going to just kind of chop my ingredients up and then put them into my jar. So one of the first things going in is going to be the onion. I should have got that. Let me take it back out and see if I can break it up a little bit more. I don't want any areas that's not getting covered. I want everything to be where it can be kind of loose, where it can ferment really good. And on my horseradish, I keep saying horse relish, but it's horseradish. I am going to, I plan on grating this, but that's going to take a long, long time. I could have put this in a food processor. Let me see if I got my, I think what I'm going to do is just cut this horseradish. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut this horseradish like this. I'm going to just kind of chop it. And it's shaking everything because this horseradish is tough. And y'all, it is making my eyes water already. It is holding. So it's going to really add some heat. And that's what this is. This is fire cider, so you want some heat. And another thing, I need a glove because the horseradish I don't think is going to bother me. But if I try to chop these jalapeno peppers up like this, it's going to be a problem. So I'm going to ask my assistant to bring me some gloves. While I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to put some of this mint in to the container. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to chop up some of my turmeric that I grew in my garden. And you just want to just add all those things in that you have. Thank you. That's the turmeric. Got some garlic cloves that I'm going to add in. My eyes are really watering from that horseradish. You can peel your garlic. You can leave them whole or you can chop them. I've already washed the garlic, so I'm just going to put them in there. I'm going to remove this little part right here, which is really not necessary to remove that. I've already washed it, so I'm going to go ahead and put it in there. Because as I said, all of this is going to be strained later on. It's all going to get strained. But if you want a nice presentation, you're going to be sitting this out, then you might want to go ahead and peel all your stuff. Mine is going to be sitting in my pantry. So I'm not too concerned about the presentation of it. I guess for you all, though, I need to make it pretty. So let's go ahead and I did take some of the peel off. Okay, just get them all into your container. Then we got our ginger. Go ahead and chop up some of the ginger. And you know ginger packs a lot of heat also. Add in some more turmeric. I want to go ahead and get all of the turmeric in. And I just thought of something that I need since I have my turmeric. And I'm going to go get this myself because my sister's not going to know where it's at. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get these gloves on. But the ingredient that I was speaking of is my peppercorns. So I want to be able to put some peppercorns in there. So the peppercorns is what's going to activate my turmeric. I'm going to just add some of those in. Go ahead and get the rest of my turmeric in. It feels better having these gloves on doing this. So that might be something you want to start with with your gloves, especially when you're chopping up some of these things like the horseradish, and especially for these jalapeno peppers, be sure to put your gloves on. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get those in. I'm just going to cut them all the way through. Try not to splash it. Get that juice in your eyes, you know, that would not make a good day. And it is strong. Okay, I'm going to kind of start to mixing up my look in here. Since we're kind of going for the aesthetics of this also. I'm going to add some of my herbs in. Y'all can see it's looking so pretty. Go ahead and slice up some of my fruit. Piece of my turmeric. Trying to get away. Gonna be using these peels that are on this orange. This orange looking so good, make me want to eat it. I might not have to use all of these. Yeah, you know what I start thinking about? Start thinking about eating them. I'm just going to put them around the sides to make it really pretty. I'm sure I'm not going to have to use all of these. I am pretty sure. As I said, all of these have been washed already. Go ahead and get some lime in there. Okay, put a little lime in there, not all of it. Just put some around the sides. Because we want our fire cider to look pretty. I'll remove my piece of stem right there that's poking out. Okay, go ahead and put some more of our herbs in. And go ahead and cut up this big lemon. And y'all, it's best to go ahead and get your fire cider started if you're going to be doing one, because this fire cider needs to sit up for 4 to 6 weeks, and we're right in the middle of flu season right now. So I'm late. I'm really late on the fire cider. Should already had this done. But better late than never. I've been finding myself saying that a lot lately. Okay, let's put some more of the pepper in. I want to have that showing around the sides also. And then I'm just going to fill it the rest of the way with my herbs and my fruit. And we want all that vitamin C and then all those medicinal benefits that these herbs have. And when you get a chance, go ahead and Google the benefits of some of the herbs. I know that a lot of you already know, but for you that don't know the benefits of things like mint, marshmallow herb. I know a lot of people, they told me they never heard of marshmallow herb. So go ahead and look those herbs up and read about those good benefits that you can get from these herbs. What else we got in here? Rosemary. Rosemary has so many medicinal purposes. Go ahead and find out about your rosemary. So we're going to make sure we get our rosemary in there. Let's see if I can get it to look pretty over there on the side. Poke some around these sides. Then we got this beautiful mint. Got different types of mint. And this is what the marshmallow looks like. I'll poke one of those around the side. Have it. And then we're going to continue to, we're putting this in here. This here is our moringa bark. You remember the moringa bark is edible. All parts of it is edible, of the moringa tree. Everything on the moringa tree is edible. The leaves, the bark, root, everything. So it has some awesome medicinal benefits. All right, y'all, we got this jar just about full. I'm still gonna put some of mine. Put this in there. These some of the pepper ends that I had cut off. I'm not wasting any of it. Go ahead and put one of my lemons in there from my tree. Look what my lemon look like. Y'all serious? You can eat this just like this. It's like an orange. It's so sweet. They didn't get that big, but this one kind of swiveled up because I had it in the kitchen. It's squirting juice everywhere. Okay, I'm just going to drop that in there. So Some homegrown lemons. I want to put one of them on the side where I can see them. Put the rest of my herbs in. We don't want to waste anything. I'm not going to push on it too much because I don't want to. I want to have this where this the vinegar can get all through. Let's see if I'm going to have any room for this orange. Can I get another orange in? That's looking so pretty. Move this out the way. Should I cut this other orange up? One more orange, y'all. Instead of debating about it, let's just do it. I should have just put everything in that I bought out. I got another lemon over here. Because this is the stuff that I had prepared to go into this jar. So I should put everything in. All this good vitamin C. Well, I can't get all of it in. I'm going to eat this. It's going over to the side. I'm going to eat it. I can get a few more of these little peppercorns in. Will that make it look pretty? Okay, we can put that orange back. All right, so now it is time for us to add our apple cider vinegar, homemade. Don't y'all forget to go and look at that video. And this is what it is looking like. I'm going to mix it up because I don't want to leave none of that mother at the bottom. I'm mixing it all in, and I'm going to go ahead and immediately pour it on top. And I want it all in there, and it is not filling this jar up. So I'm going to have to open this. And go ahead and shake this up. And I'm going to add the rest. I'm going to fill it the rest of the way up with this. So you all go ahead and get you some apples. You don't have to use your apples if you don't want to use the apples themselves. You can use just the peels and the core. If you're making apple juice or apple sauce, if you're just making some apple pies and you're peeling some apples, don't throw away those peels and those cores. Go ahead and use those peels and cores and make your apple cider vinegar. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to pour this. Make sure that the vinegar you're using, though, has the mother. And this one, it says that it has the mother. So you can see it in there. It don't look the best, but it smells good. It smells the way it's supposed to smell. Okay, so now we have got it filled up. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to sit this in my pantry, but I'm going to put it inside of a bowl. I'll probably put it in, no, not this pan. I'll put it inside of a glass bowl, and I want to keep this lid on, but I'm going to put a coffee filter on top of this lid, and then I'm going to it needs to breathe. So I think I'm just going to put the coffee filter on because I think this is going to make it too airtight if I do it like this. I'm going to put the coffee filter on and then I'll put a rubber band over it. And after it gets fermented really good, I'll probably start using this when I put it in the refrigerator. But I will be getting strained out of this jar, so I might not, well, that don't come off. Okay, y'all, I decided to take a little bit out because I had it so full and it don't need to be all the way filled up. And I just thought about that. It needs to be like 3/4 of the way, 3/4 of the way full. And I could take it down a little bit more. But I'm just going to leave it right there. But just remember to leave some space at the top of your jar. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to cover it with this coffee filter, and I'm going to put a rubber band on it, and I just want to make sure that it is able to breathe. You don't want to seal it up too much right now. Once you get it finished, you can go ahead and add a tight seal lid once you have strained it and it's ready to use it. When you're using it, you want to go ahead and put a tight seal on it. But for right now, you just want to make sure that it is in a container, a glass container, and it is 3/4 of the way full. You're going to put it inside of a bowl in case some of it bubbles over. I hopefully won't have any problem with that. That is what that leaving it 3/4 of the way empty is for. And then put it somewhere where it is in a dark place like your pantry, and just let it sit. And you're going to let this sit for 4 to 6 weeks. And then you're going to strain it out, and you can strain it and put it into a mason jar or a couple of mason jars, hot, whatever it takes, and then put a tight fitting lid on it. But when you put that tight fitting lid, you might want to still put a coffee filter or some parchment paper on. We have made our fire cider. This is something that I had been needing, and this is something that I have really been wanting to get done. So now it's one thing that I have taken care of, and I'm very happy and excited about that. Now it's just the waiting, and I'm going to go ahead now and get ready to make another batch of my apple cider vinegar. So I'll be ready next time when I'm out of fire cider. I won't have to purchase any vinegar from the store. So I hope that you all have enjoyed this video and that you'll give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And as always, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.